All right, I got some new movies today, and some of them are actually blind buys. Well, one's a blind buy, and I got them from very different sources too. I got one movie from Amazon because it's just so hard to find. It's an older movie, not too old, but and another, the rest of the movies I actually got from pawn shops. Uh, a couple I got from a pawn shop. A couple others I got from a thrift store. And a lot of those, I got to mention this, a lot of these antique stores, a lot of these stores are called antique stores. A lot of times they also sell movies. You know, sometimes you got to go way in the basement in some of these places. And a lot of these places sell a lot more than just antiques. I've noticed that with a lot of places. So I walked into one place and she told me to check out these other antique stores. So anyway, with that in mind, at the antique store, I did come across Top Gun. Okay, it's been years since I've seen this movie. Of course, with Tom Cruise, Kelly McGillis, and Val Kilmer's in this, of course. I look forward to seeing this again. They're actually re-releasing Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick in theaters tomorrow. So you might want to check that out if you're a big fan. All right, what else? I actually came across this at a pawn shop. The case was in terrible condition, so I replaced the case. But this is in decent condition. It's called X-Men First Class. So this is actually a pretty good movie. I thought these guys did a great job of portraying Magneto and Professor X. So pretty good movie. I actually got this at a pawn shop for $2. I actually got this at a thrift store, one of those antique stores, for $2. Another place, Priscilla. Actually got this at a pawn shop for $2. I haven't seen this before. So I really like the actress. She was in that movie Civil War. So Kaylee. So I look forward to seeing her in this movie. It's a blind buy. I'll let you know. I'll let you guys know what I thought about it. Another movie. I actually got this at a thrift store. This is the sequel. This is part of the Divergent series. Now the Divergent movie is a movie I really like. I've seen the movie so many times. It takes place in a post-apocalyptic, a dystopian universe. It was when a lot of those young adult fiction movies were really becoming a thing. This is supposed to be like the next Hunger Games or something, but it never really turned out that way. Now, the second movie in the series is pretty interesting because, well, the first movie focuses on all these different factions in society. It's a post-apocalyptic world where in Chicago, some survivors, they build a new civilization where everybody's divided into different factions. And people who work for one faction, faction that focuses on knowledge, they got to stick with their group. And there's another group that focuses on being fearless. And there's another group that focuses on charity. But anyway, and divergents are people who can fit into different groups. So you have characteristics of all different, and they sort of represent a threat to the system. Well, the insurgent actually shows more of this world. Now, the third one was actually terrible. I'm not going to get that one. I think it's a Legion. So anyway, all right. This movie is one of my favorite movies growing up. It's a teen movie. It's an adaptation, but it's a 90s version of it. It's Cruel Intentions. It has Sarah Michelle Gellar and it has Reese Witherspoon. I really like watching them when I was growing up, for sure. And it's about these teenagers in upscale New York or Upper East Side of Manhattan, and just watching their sexcapades. Really fascinating movie. I love going back and revisiting movies like that, movies from my childhood. And I might do an actual video talking about some of my favorite teen movies. I might be doing that pretty soon. So that's a quick little update on my Blu-ray collection. I still have to watch, let's see, Mamma Mia, There Will Be Blood, The Other Woman. I finally got a chance to watch The Other Woman. It was recommended to me by a couple guys who they watched it while they were in jail. They said it was a good movie, and you know what? I actually enjoyed it. It's about this woman played by Leslie Mann. Her name's Kate. She's married to this guy who's cheating on her. She finds out that he's cheating with these other women. Cameron Diaz is one of the women, but she didn't even know the guy was married. And there was Kate Upton. He told her character that he's going to leave his wife and all this other stuff. So anyway, these women actually form a friendship. It's a really weird way that they form a friendship, but the movie's about girl friendship, and it's also about a woman coming to terms with the fact that her husband isn't the man that she thought he was, and she has to basically let go, and they decided to get back at this guy. It's pretty funny. I like the scene at the restaurant and the guy in his pants. I'll just put it that way. Anyway. So yeah, it's a fun movie. I'm glad I got it for a couple bucks. Anyway, while we're on the subject of girlfriendship, here's a movie that features a girlfriendship. It's called A Simple Favor. Although it's it's sort of a toxic female friendship, I really enjoyed this movie, and I like Blake Lively. Anna Kendrick as well. Here's another movie, kind of features female friendship or maybe female rivalry. It stars Meryl Streep and, of course, Anne Hathaway. It has Emily Blunt in it. So, The Devil Wears Prada. They actually made a sequel. I decided to actually hold on to Bridesmaid. I'm going to actually finish watching all of it. So, that's about all I have as far as movies featuring female friendship. You guys recommend any good ones?